My name is Brooke Dombroski and I'm a professional photographer here on the North Shore. My dad is a North Shore lifeguard. He definitely has had a huge influence on me. I think that's where my healthy fear of the ocean came into play. I was like, okay, this is like serious, this is the real deal, and you know, bad things happen in the ocean, and I think that's how I grew my love for the ocean as well, just watching him save people and have that be a part of our everyday life. I started taking pictures when I was about 11. I just love documenting life, so I had like this film camera that was this big chunky thing, and I would just take it everywhere with me, and I was that annoying person that was like trying to get every shot. I would just shoot rolls of film like when I would go out into everyday life, and there's this one photo I have of John, Nathan, and Kieran when they're kids, and the photo is so cute. They're at Pupukea Access and they're checking the waves, and in that time of my life, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to take portraits and I want to capture the lifestyle in Hawaii. I love portraits and I love lifestyle, so more of the candid moments. If I'm shooting a model, I love to just take like the in-between shots when they're not really trying and just like capturing what people would normally do. And then I also love water photography and just like anything having to do with the beach. My boyfriend grew up on his grandpa's boat. His grandpa was a crabber. He grew up having pet sharks off of the boat. Never thought I would swim with sharks. Whenever I'd see them from on top of the boat, I would definitely say like, I'm never jumping in with sharks. When the boat would pull up, the sharks would know its motor and they would come up and visit, and he started naming them when he was a kid. So he's always been comfortable with sharks, and now that he's old enough to run a business and have a boat, he's running a tour out of Haleiwa, and he does pelagic dives, and it's just deep water, like 300 feet, and the sharks know his motor now. I actually like having my camera in the water because it's kind of something that I can hold between me and a shark in case anything happens. I just kind of nudge them if they come too close. Kind of just put my camera between myself and the shark. It just takes experience and kind of just knowing your place and your ranks in the ocean, and you know, never really like letting your guard down because they are wild animals and you just never know. So I think finding that balance is really important. Swimming with a stingray at first, I was pretty scared. I mean, everybody knows, you know, what happened to Steve Irwin, and so I was very cautious at first. When I got more comfortable with them, it was like, I didn't want to get out of the water. They're so friendly on that sandbar. They're used to people, and they kind of call them like their dogs or like their cats, you know, they're like pets to them. So the sharks are a little bit scared of people, and they're not as friendly or easy to swim with, but the stingrays, like, they want to like touch you and they want to like kiss you, and they're just so cute and soft, and I just love them. Oh, it's been my dream to see baby turtles kind of hatch and make their way to sea, and I was recently in Sumba in Indonesia, and the resort that I was staying at, called Nihiwatu, has a hatchery. So they hatch thousands of turtles every year, and we were able to release them into the ocean, and their intuition or their instinct to like walk toward the ocean was insane. Like, just for fun, I would kind of turn them the other way and see what happened, and they'd always turn back to the ocean, and they would just like get worked by the shore break, and it was just awesome. I swam with them as they're swimming out, and they're like little robots. They're like meh. One of my favorite things to do is to go down to the beach in the evening time and watch the sunset or shoot the sunset. The surprise that happens when you think it's just going to be gray, and then 10 minutes later when you're leaving the beach, it just lights up. I remember this one time in particular, I was surfing with a bunch of groms, and to be honest, I was just like getting frustrated because they were taking all the waves, and I was like, I'm out of here, like I'm leaving. So I got in my car and I started driving, and the sky was gray, the sun was down, and as I was driving away, I looked back in my rearview mirror and it was like pink. The sky was was like the most insane sunset I've ever seen. So I just put my truck in reverse and I like booked it all the way back, ran out of my car, and then shot photos of the ground surfing with the sunset and just shots of the sunset. And it was kind of like a reminder that, you know, just to enjoy yourself and slow down, and you might miss out if you know, kind of give up on something. It's just like something I like to look back on, just to reflect on my thankfulness that I get to live here and get to shoot for a living, and it's just like, you know, it's my quiet time.